Hello, I am Paige Waters. My husband Joel and I have been at Works Distributors for a little over 2 years now, and I feel like I needed to just share our background with people that I've been friends with forever, may not even know where we've come from. New friends that don't really know me that wonder like, what in the world is she doing selling these wraps? So this is our story. This is from the beginning. We got married 8 years ago, best 8 years of our lives. 7 years ago, we started a business, and we were super hopeful that this was going to be our future. We wanted it so bad. We put a lot into it. We spent a lot of money, tried to get it up and running. Didn't really pan out like we wanted it to. We still had hope that we would own a business one day, that it would, flourish, and we would be able to provide exponentially for our family. But in the meantime, Joel picked up a job at a mattress store. He moved mattresses for a living. What an awesome job, right? Anyway, it paid the bills. I was an assistant at an office in town, and we were doing okay. We were paying off debt. We had a 6-month savings that we had in case of emergencies, the Dave Ramsey style. Life was good. We were expecting our first baby. We had a miscarriage about 6 years ago, and then got pregnant immediately with Glenn, and so we were super excited about that. And then 5.5 years ago, my parents were killed. This was a tragic time in our lives. They were taken before their time. We were not expecting this. It was someone decided to take their lives into his hands, and he killed them. And we we're crushed and we're broken. And God's been really, really good to us. Emotionally, we're healing. And it's still really hard to talk about, but we have found joy in our journey, and we miss them, and we know that we'll see them again, and that's really what helps us move on. But we lost that 6-month savings that we had within a couple months. It was gone, and we were struggling financially. When a tragedy happens, there is no amount of money that can save you from that. I mean, we had to get out of town. We had to pay for things that were unexpected, and so our padding that we had, our 6-month emergency savings, was gone in a matter of a couple months, and we never ever recovered from that. It was one thing on top of another, and we could not dig ourselves out of that. We didn't really have a plan B. Besides being broke, we didn't have a plan B. We had hope, and we never ever stopped believing that we were going to own a business one day. Joel was going to have that business that he always dreamed of. We weren't going to work for someone else. We weren't going to have a 9-to-5. We had this big dream that we were going to be business owners. And, a little over 3 years ago, Joel left his position. He was selling cars at the time. He left the mattress company, got a sales job at a Volkswagen dealership, quickly promoted to management, so he was finance manager there. And he, as much as he enjoyed his job, he liked doing it, he learned a lot. He learned from the best, and built the skill set he was looking for. He never ever saw us. He was working 60 to 80 hours a week. Would see Glenn maybe a couple times a week. He would come home after Glenn went to bed, and he would leave before Glenn woke up, and he just didn't want to live like that. He wanted to see his son and me. So 3 years ago, he left the job. We opened up an insurance agency, Joel Waters Insurance Agency, and we were doing really well in the beginning. And we've always done well in the business, and reality quickly set in that if we wanted to continue to grow his insurance agency, we were going to have to use the money coming in to put back into the business so that we could grow it, so we could pay for marketing and employees, and get what we needed to put money in to make more money. And we didn't really have that option. What he was bringing in with the agency, we were living on as a family, and so we needed something to bridge that gap. And if you've owned a business, you know what it's like. So this is us trying to bridge the gap. We threw out all sorts of possibilities, from me starting a daycare in home. At this point, we had 2 babies now. I was not someone who wanted to work in the corporate world. I always wanted to be home with them. So the thought of having to get a job was crushing me. I literally didn't know what to do with the emotions I was having. I was like, I'll open a daycare, I'll do whatever, but I want to be home with them. I don't want to go out and get a job, even though we really needed the money. So we sat down, we put the boys to bed one night, we sat on our couch and we just prayed and we asked God to bring something that would fulfill my heart's desire of being a mom, a stay-at-home mom, and we needed, a couple $1,000s extra a month. And I needed to do that from home. And we had some very specific requests. And, the next day, It Works fell into my lap. And I just didn't know what to do about it. I thought I knew what this type of business was all about. It was kind of I don't want to get sucked into that kind of business. Network marketing's not for me. Been there, done that, didn't succeed. And I thought it was kind of a scam, honestly. So I didn't really think too much more about it until the evening. And I just had this check in my spirit. And I just heard, I don't know if it was God, I don't really know, but I heard, this in my mind, something said, what if this was what you prayed for? What if this was your answer and you're just going to throw it out because you think you know what it is? And from that point on, I guess I was just kind of all in. And, we looked over the compensation plan, we looked over the products. I didn't know anything about It Works. I knew that there was a wrap and I knew the compensation plan. I didn't know there were any other products. I'd never tried a product. I just knew I could make money doing this. And I'd seen pictures. I'm like, I know it works because I've seen pictures of people that I know and I trust, and I know that the product works. So, of course, we joined, never trying the product. I was still really fearful. I didn't think I could do this, but we didn't have another option. This was our only option. So anyway, fast forward 9 months later, we earned a total of $75,000 in bonuses. We were making 5 figures a month, so we were averaging about $10,000 a month, with It Works only. And it was this incredible, miraculous transformation in our lives. We were being able to do fun things as a family, pay off debt. Joel was able to grow his agency exponentially. He's a top agent and in the nation, and we have been blessed. We are grateful. It Works came to us in a time when we needed it, and it came so unexpected. We didn't expect this kind of business to be our answer, but it has been. And I just know that there's a lot of people out there maybe in our same situation. Maybe not, maybe you can relate, maybe you can't, but I know this is the real deal. It's worked for Joel and I and our family. We've worked hard and we've worked smart. We have an amazing team under us. We've helped hundreds of families experience this kind of freedom as well. And we want more people to experience this. We want you guys to experience this kind of freedom. And if you're in the least bit interested, if you want to know more about it, I am not someone to pressure you. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not going to try to pitch you. I just want to share, and I want to answer some of your questions, some of your concerns. I want to be there and I want to help you through this. So, anyone can do this business. If I can do it, honestly, anyone can do it. But if it's something that's been sticking out and you just keep thinking about it, give me a call. We can meet for coffee, super casual. And if it's for you, it's for you. And if it's not, it's not. And that's okay. We just want to share the blessing that it's been for us. And who knows, it might work for you.